Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the GG Show. I am your host, Erica, and I will be going over the gaming news, tech, and AI that happened this week, as well as some data and analytics. Who's trending? Who's streaming? Who's topping the streaming charts? What's going on with all of the blockchains? What games are on top of those? And also a Web3 gaming gem that I handpicked to share with you. I'm really excited about this one this week. I actually took a couple GG shows off for some things that I had to do, but I am back, and it's really good to be back. Did you miss me? No, but yeah, we've got a lot of things to go over today. A lot of funding, actually, especially since I didn't do the show for the last 2 weeks. So I have a couple of things to go over there. Some really exciting stuff is going on as far as that goes. Like, even though there are a lot of layoffs in the tech industry in general, a lot of layoffs in the gaming industry as well, carrying over from 2023 into 2024. Unfortunately, we still have quite a bit of funding that is going on, especially in the Web3 sector. So we'll get into a lot of that. And without further ado, you guys, the show is powered by Goxstein. However, it is not currently sponsored. So anything that I mentioned during the show is because it fits in with the news or the data or whatever we have going on. So just keep that in mind. Nothing is financial advice, of course. Always do your own research. Don't degen too hard, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the news. All right, so let's go ahead and share my screen here. There, whoop. Maybe not there. Hold on. I was actually streaming, and so I messed up my streaming screens. Let me go ahead and there we go. All right. Or we could just have a forehead talking. That's a little bit better. We are on the fly. This is a live streamed show. I am the producer, the researcher, the host. I am a one-man band here. So excuse the production flaws that I may or may not have sometimes. So getting into things, first of all, I just wanted to mention that Goxstein, we are worldwide. We are taking the world by storm. And so we will have team members from Goxstein at NFT Paris, which is coming up. So excited for that. Unfortunately, I am not going this year. However, we will also be at NFT NYC, and we have the whole gang, for the most part, is going to be at NFT NYC. That's coming up in April. And so we are going to be representing fiercely at these events. I am so excited about that. We have so much in store. A lot of most of the stuff I can't talk about right now, but you definitely want to be following Goxstein. If you are not already, what are you doing? Because we are going to be coming in, like I said, very fiercely into 2024. All right. So with that, as you guys probably already know, but I did want to mention it because, in my opinion, this is the biggest story in tech of the week, which is that the Apple Vision Pro was released. And I saw so many unboxings. People were so excited. You can see people out in public wearing these. Like, there's a guy, he's like skateboarding, another guy like walking across the street. But we are entering the age of spatial computing. And so this is a very, very exciting. I was not on the list. I did not get one. They go for around $3,500 right now. And, a lot of people are really excited. Like, they think it's worth it. They absolutely love it. And then there are a couple other people that have mixed reviews for it. So if any of you happen to get one, let me know in the comments. I'm curious what your thoughts are about this. And then I found this thread that I really liked. It kind of helps to capture some of the really cool things that it can do. Check this out. This is a live deepfake. So you could literally record your friend. I think that's this girl's spouse, but you can have them look like any one of those celebrities. And I thought that was insanity. She's got like Leo DiCaprio standing right in front of her with this.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Like, what the hell? That's
Good.
insanity. And then also sports, like if you are a sports fan, dude, you can have all of these just like whoosh, right in front of you, spatial vacuuming, get the kids excited, gamified cleaning essentially is what that is. This is actually pretty cool. I like this one. I want this like integrated into Pal World so I can just like vacuum up some pals and yeah. Some more stuff about sports. This one I actually thought was really cool. So with Zillow now, while you are touring homes, you can actually just like bring them up right in front of you and get a real feel for what everything is going to look like spatially. That is kick-ass utility. That is so cool. So cool. I love that. Real-time captions and translations. I mean, yeah, besides the fact that you're wearing a huge thing on your head, like it is going to translate for you. And so that is cool. We've got some piano. Here's the people. Here's the guy skateboarding like down the streets of New York. Would you ever do that? I would probably break my legs, my arms, my face, and my Apple Vision Pro guaranteed. And then a couple other things here. I'm sure that you guys have seen that, but I just, I think it's really cool. It's the first product that Apple has released in 7 years, and so this is a big deal. Even Zuckerberg said that it was good for the market, and so positive sentiments for the most part all around. So that happened. Get excited, you guys. Pal World, Pal World, Pal World. I'm still playing Pal World. I actually asked my coworkers, out of like 10 people that are in our little chat, I'm like, so who's playing Pal World? And actually, like, I think it was 3 people said that they were. And so everybody seems to be playing it. But this person here, this is a base that somebody built. That's what we're watching right now. Let's see if there's sound. I found this on Reddit. It's so blurry. 480p. Okay, well, that's insane. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. How in the hell did he build that? Do you know what my base looks like in Pal World? I think I have like a 4 by 4 square foot house. Nothing like that, nothing like that. But I also don't have like a ton of time on my hands in order to acquire all of the resources to build something like that either. But nonetheless, I thought that was actually pretty cool. Speaking of that, how much does it cost to keep the Pal World servers up and running? $500,000 per month. Holy crap. As network engineer is ordered to never let the service go down no matter what. I thought this was really funny. And the Pocket Pair CEO said, wait, maybe we'll go bankrupt from server fees, joked the Pocket Pair CEO. Yeah, hopefully not. You guys need to keep your servers up and running for as long as possible. But I like that they're like, never let the servers go down no matter what. The last thing that they want is pissed off Pal World players, and I can appreciate that as a player and as a fan of that game. Enough Pal World. This I thought was actually really cool as far as technology goes. So this is a pill that tracks your vitals from the inside. So you can kind of see the size of it here. It's a little bit bigger than like maybe like a multivitamin or something like that. But as you swallow it and it goes through your system, it can be used to track things such as sleep apnea, even like overdoses on drugs, which I thought that was actually really crazy. But yeah, it tracks your vitals. And so with like sleep apnea, like you used to have to like go into the hospital and be connected to like all of these machines and have probably like a horrible night's rest, or there's a test you can do at home. But they said that this will like dramatically improve that test. And then I'm sure like a whole host of other things. It does not stay inside of you. For those of you who are curious, what comes in must go out. And so it didn't say like if you have to like find it or how exactly that works. They did not go into details on that, and I don't even know if I wanna know, but I thought that was actually pretty cool. So, little bit of tech there. Really, really exciting news. Neuralink, the first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. This was on January 29th, but Elon tweeted that out. I couldn't find a whole lot of information on it, to be honest, as far as like if this was just somebody that they were testing it on as like the first guinea pig, or if they actually did have some degenerative disease that they were trying to help them with. I'm sure that it probably was. They wouldn't want to just like put it on anybody. So I'm sure that they wanna get some case studies and everything like that. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection, and so I was actually on their website, and I was just kind of, like, taking a look to see exactly what is going on. They do have something where you can sign up if you are interested in being one of the first patients to test on, and that is actually for people who have spinal cord injury. So it doesn't actually like repair the spinal cord, but it allows you to, move things around with your eyes. So if you've lost the mobility in your hands, it's going to help to improve your quality of life, which is amazing. So they did say that the first people who are going to be getting this are not the people who want to be like superhuman slash tech people or humanoids, whatever you want to call them, but it's for people who are actually going to need it, people who are going to have their lives improved because of Neuralink. And so, regardless of what people think about it, like is it ethical? Should we be implanting these into humans? That is, I'm sure, up for debate. We won't get into a debate on this tonight, but you can kind of check out and see some of the advancements that they have made there. And I think that's actually it for the news tonight. I'm going to keep it a little bit light. Usually I go into quite a bit of the news, but we'll keep that a little bit light tonight. So, with that, we are going to go ahead and get into the data section. Okay, okay. And data do we have? So, like I said, I had to take a couple weeks off. And so the last time that I actually looked at some of the VC fundings was right about here. And so we've had anywhere from Arcade to Earn and a handful of other ones, actually. Like I said, funding is actually so far it's looking pretty healthy. So let's look at some of these entities who are getting funded. The first one on the list is Arcade to Earn. I'm a big fan of this project. I have met these guys at Consensus. They are super nice. I've talked with some of their team over video conference, and I'm just a big fan of like what they're building. And so I'm super excited that they got some funding and they have some runway to work with now. So they raised 8 million. Lead investors on that was crypto.com. And what is Arcade to Earn? Making the opportunity of Web3 games accessible to everyone. So that's a little bit about them. Of course, there is so much more. You can take a look at them if you're interested. The next one who got funding is PEC Land, raised 600K by a handful of different investors. They are a UGC, which is user generated content, open world where your virtual land becomes a canvas of endless possibilities. I actually wasn't following them. And so I'm a little bit surprised, but there's so many blockchain games, metaverses, everything like that that are being built. So it's easy to miss them. But so I go ahead and gave them a follow, and I'll try to take a little bit of a deeper dive into that project and see exactly what they have going on. The same thing with this one, 10 and 8 Little Dragon. They raised 1.5, again, a mix of investors. Bitcoin's favorite virtual utility token, building DeFi and gaming on Bitcoin based on Little Dragon lore and IP, creating an entire utility ecosystem. I love their Little Dragon. Like, look at how cute he is. He's got the little red envelopes. I am a big fan of those. I've played a couple games where they do the red envelopes, and uh it's kind of interesting too because this is the year of the dragon. So I'm not sure if maybe the mascot was developed because of that, but he fits right in. He's super cute. And yeah, it's interesting. A lot of projects are building on Bitcoin. So that is just another one, virtual utility token. We have Mon Studios, which is Spellborn, raised 1.35, handful of investors, but some big ones, Animoca Brands, Immutable, Yield Guild Games, and a couple other handfuls. They are a monster catching MMORPG. So they actually used to be, they rebranded a little bit. And so you may have seen this. I think it was called like Bitmon or something like that. Not to out them or anything like that, but DeFi Mons, that's what it was. Yeah, not Bitmon. I think that's a different game. DeFi Mons. And so it's a monster catching game. Those are like really big right now. And so they had some pretty good foresight when they decided to make this game. I actually haven't played it, but I have always wanted to. And so I really need to like give this a whirl and go ahead and play it. But yeah, so congrats to them for getting funding as well. GG, this one is kind of interesting. They actually have an airdrop. So if you are a fan of airdrops and all of that, you might want to check them out. It does not say how much they raised. It's a hush hush. So this is the Solana Hunger Games Race, Collect, and Win. Let's take a look at this because I actually thought that this was pretty interesting. Oh, season 1 has ended. Okay. It doesn't really show anything. Let me see in the about section if it shows what I saw. Yes, yes, there we go. Okay, so check this out. So this is obviously a mobile phone. And so GG is the world's first AR crypto game where users race to win Solana, find and collect G boxes in your city. So it's kind of like one of those like geo tracker. So I don't know like how evident if you can actually like see everything on your phone like this, or if it's more of like a geo catching type thing where you have to hunt and like look for clues. But nonetheless, I thought that was really innovative. And the fact that they have an airdrop is actually a nice little added bonus. Okay, we've got Mode, Vermilion Studios, Forgotten Playland. I saw this game actually in the GG Awards show the first time. It actually looks really interesting. It's very like reminiscent of, I would say, Toy Story. So, oh, I forgot to say how much they raised. 7 million big ones. Lead investors is Merit Circle, Spartan, C2 Ventures, and Paper. Merit Circle, they're doing a lot of really, really interesting things right now. So it's kind of cool to see them get involved. But yeah, they raised 7 million. It is a free to play social party game, Q1 2024. So we should be seeing some more of that as well. If you aren't already following Merit Circle, I would definitely give them a follow. They are building on Beam Network. They actually have a site that you can go to. And so they have gamified community involvement for different games where you can get some rewards and all of that good stuff. So definitely give them a follow and keep an eye out if you are into knowing what is going on in blockchain games. Yule Do, and they are, let's see here, they raised 1.5, handful of investors again. It's always a mix. It's always a party bag of investors. Sustainable blockchain game platform with superb game quality. Okay. Enticing rewards and innovative abuse filtering solution. So that is actually something that is really awesome because we definitely need to combat people who are trying to bot and take advantage of games. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to go against a bunch of bots. Another one, you guys, like I said, there's so many of them. This is why I kept the news portion short. Saltwater Games raised 5.5 million to investors Do SX and 4RC. Saltwater Games is creating worlds where physical and virtual merge for competition rewards creators of cellulose game. I don't know if I've looked into this one. Let me see. What is that? It looks actually pretty cool. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah. You know what? I do. I actually talked to them at Consensus last year. I didn't recognize it at first, just because I didn't talk to their team for very long, but now it's coming back. So that is actually really cool. One thing that I do remember from talking to them is that they actually have these. I don't know what you call them, not a flying machine. It's not really an airplane, but they actually have these IRL where people can fly them. And so they said that what they're actually creating in their game is also in real life as well. So yeah, I need to take a little bit more of a look into this again. And it looks like they've been really busy. So that's awesome. Yeah, need to take a deeper dive into this. That's cool. Reboot World, 2.5 million. They are the first on-chain open-nested metaverse of AIGC and MRGC. Okay, just a couple more to go, you guys. Pixelmon Labs raised 8 million. Animoca Brands again. I think we all know who Pixelman is. Pixelmon is. They've got a kind of like an open world game as well, and then they also have some mini games to keep the community busy and satisfied while they are waiting for the main game. But they've actually got a play to earn type airdrop game. I think I can't remember exactly what it's called. Not Play Ember. There's Kevin. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll put it in the comments later. And then the last one that we have is Bold. Bold is gaming app for cricket fans to play, compete, connect, and earn rewards. Play now, powered by Ronin Network. Any cricket fans out there? I personally, I don't think I've ever watched cricket. It's not big in the US. I'm sure if you are in Europe, you are hands down probably a cricket fan. You could probably even tell me a couple teams, but it's not really that popular in the United States, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, like that's actually pretty cool. And another one on Ronin Network. Ronin is still kicking ass. I thought this was really interesting and I wanted to point it out. I saw it on TechCrunch. So Mamoon Habib and I'm going to butcher this, but Ilya Fushman of Kleiner Perkins, more than 80% of pitches now involve AI. So that's really interesting. So VCs are seeing a lot of companies who have AI included in their actual pitch deck. They said, to be fair, if you're building a company in 1996 and you didn't mention the internet, you'd be out of your mind. And so that's a pretty crazy statistic, though, you guys. 80% now involve AI. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and get out of the VC funding. Let's look at the chart toppers. This is my favorite part of this show. I love to know like who's on top, like what's going on. So on Steam right now, top sellers is still being led by Pal World. We've got Enshrouded and we have Persona 3 Unloaded. The most played by daily players, we have Counter-Strike 2, Pal World, and Dota 2. Wallpaper Engine went from number 3 to number 4. Finally, it's literally been at number 3 since I started doing this show. That's insane. And I have no idea what the hell it is even. Like, how is it at the top of the charts? Weekly top sellers for, yep, that is current. So we've got Pal World, Enshrouded, and Tekken 8. By the way, that is United States only because that is where the base of people who watch this show are at. By the way, thank you for watching. If you are currently watching, or even if you're rewatching, I appreciate all of you guys too. Make sure that you are liking and subscribing. Drop me a comment. Let me know like what's going on. What do you think about some of this stuff Are you playing any of these games? The upcoming Steam game releases that people are most wishlisting and following: Manor Lords, Nightingale, and Dragon's Dogma 2. The same thing on Epic Games, wishlisted Black Myth Wukong, Skull and Bones, and Homeworld 3. And then on YouTube, what is currently trending on Steaming is Free Fire, Pal World, and Roblox. Just can't get away from Roblox. On Twitch, we have Just Chatting, Grand Theft Auto, League of Legends, Fortnite. Pal World is 5 on Twitch. So that's a little bit against the grain as far as like what's selling, and also on YouTube. So that's pretty interesting. As far as mobile games, the top apps that are downloaded: One Punch Man World. Yes, I saw that came out. Wood Nuts and Bolts Puzzle, Monopoly Go. Top grossing: Monopoly Go, Royal Match, and Candy Crush Saga. That is on iPhone. And then on Android Play, we have downloads: One Man Punch, Monopoly Go, Blockbust. And then on grossing, we have Monopoly Go, Royal Match, and Coin Master. Okay, let's look at some blockchain stuff. I don't even think I had anything like really blockchain in the news. Oh, that's bad. Okay. I'll do better next week, I promise. Okay, so gaming tokens on Coin Market Cap that are trending right now. We have Immutable is up 0.25%. So that's climbing a little bit. We've got Multiverse, The Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Ronin, Beam, WeMix, Decentraland, and Gala. I think that's about the top 10. But yeah, it's the past couple days have been a little bit kind of crazy. Like it seems like I'm not sure why Immutable was down and then it went up. Could have been from a major announcement. I know that they did release early access for their ZK EVM, which they are going to be using for gasless gaming. So maybe something to do with that. Otherwise, everything else was pretty much like up and then down a little bit. It just kind of varies a little bit. So yeah, kind of crazy. Usually they're pretty consistent with each other, but nonetheless, top 3 games we'll go over by chain. So the top 3 games on Ronin Network are Pixels, Aperion, and Axie Infinity. On Solana, we've got Star Atlas, Genopets, and Elementara. On our Arbitrum, we have XPet Tech, Treasure, and Spartadex. BNB Chain, Starry, Nift, Second Life, and Meta Apes. On Immutable, we have Gods Unchained, IMVU, powered by MetaJuice, Habo X. On Wax, we've got Farmer's World, Alien Worlds, and Wombat Dungeon Master. On Polygon, we have Uliverse, Anti-Chess, and Kratos Studios. Avalanche, we've got Rise World Online, Robots Farm, and Chicken. And on ZK Sync Era, we have Hypercomic Play, that is new, Robots Farm, and Second Life. And then last but not least, I added an Optimism. We've got Galaxia Studios, Galaxy, and Desi. Okay, so that is it for the funding and the chart toppers. The next section is going to be the Web3 game discovery. So hang out just one sec for that. Okay. I am struggling. My eye like just started to water and now I'm like, I'm gonna it like hurts. Oh man, that's terrible. Okay. At any rate, the game that I have to feature today as part of the gem of the week, it's the Mines of Delarnia. So this is not a new game. They've actually been building for a while. I think it's been out for like a year. I don't hear a whole lot about it, but I was at a networking event and I ran into one of the developers who was making the game, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll check it out." And I think that they were actually building the same game as My Neighbor Alice, if you're familiar with that game. And so they're kind of tied together like that. But I didn't actually play it back then, so that was about 2 years ago or so. And so I was like, I wonder what they're up to, as I was thinking of like what game to feature. And so it actually just so happened that they had a big update. They are in their season 1. And so it was a really good time to revisit this game. And I actually downloaded it la, la, la. I downloaded the demo and I started playing, and a really good sign is that I actually wanted to play more, and, that doesn't always happen, and so I'm like, "Yes, like, let me go ahead and feature this game." So The Mines of Delarnia is an evolving platform mining blockchain game filled with single and multiplayer action built for every gamer, and so you can kinda see on their X page that they have the Modbots season 1 is live. That was on February 1st, actually, so super, super recent. I did see also, like I said, that they released some game news. They had an update. And so just a lot of like really good things going on. If you are interested and you want to go ahead and play, you can download the game and you can download the demo. It is like the demo is free to play, but, like, if you actually are interested in the game and you want to continue playing it, I did read that you probably are going to want some of their in-game currency, which is DAR. So, make sure to keep that in mind. And then I recorded some of the gameplay from earlier, so and I cut it up pretty bad, just to kinda, make it go a little bit faster, but we'll watch just a couple of minutes of this. So this is just opening the game. It looks really good, right? Here, let me go back to that if I can. So that's your little character. You've got a miner, and then he's got this little companion bird. And I didn't play it for a long time. I got past, like, the first couple tutorial sections, and I don't think that your bird, like, you can't really control it yet. I don't think that you can upgrade it yet, but it's kind of cute to have that little bird, like, by your side. So that's your miner because it is the Mines of Delarnia. There's that, and then I wanted to show you the intro screen because it it looks really nice, right? But just because a game looks really nice, like we see like, oh, triple A graphics, but how is the actual gameplay? Like, is it fluid? What's the UI like? So pleasantly, like I said, I really enjoyed what I did play. So that's the guy that leads you through your tutorial. And so when you first enter the game, you've got all of these little stations. You've got equipment, crafting, and there's a number of other ones which I'll go through later on in the gameplay. But you can kind of see me jumping around. I didn't start out too hot. It took me a while to get used to the mechanics of like jumping and moving around. Not that it's like bad, it just took me a moment. And, at the bottom is where you can actually get your it's where you can get your missions for the tutorial. So, you go and you talk to Sheldon, he is gonna give you all of your missions, and, like, look at it, like, it looks really cool, like, I really love, like, the look and the feel of the game and, like, how techy it is. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Oh my gosh, my eye is watering so bad. And then the first mission that you actually do is a salvage run. So I'll show you just a little bit of that. So this is the actual gameplay. So essentially, you've got your little pickaxe and you can dig. So it's kind of like a terraria, where you can like dig through the ground. Well, you can basically dig through anything that is like that greenish color. Those are some your main objective in like this first little part is to gather the tools that you'll need. You can fight some of these creatures, like nothing like too intense or anything like that. But they're going to give you bones, and so you're collecting these resources so that way you can actually craft a weapon. And so you're going through this progression for your character to level him up. So there is that. And then it's actually got quite a few things that you can do in the game. Let me fast forward a little bit. This is when you can actually craft. So that's the crafting screen. Okay. And then, ta da! I got my equipment crafted. This is your character screen. Look at the little bird. He's so cute. And then a little bit further, I won't ruin it for you guys, but these are all of the things that you can currently do in the game. So, like I said, they've been out for about a year, so they've definitely been building. So you can salvage. That's the gameplay that I showed you, where you're looking for things, you're digging. You can mine. They have multiplayer competitions. They have land, equipment, crafting boosters. They have a dex. I'll go back to show you that because you can actually sell some of the items that you have mined, and in turn you can also buy them. And then they have the mod bots. So let me see if I can show you the deck screen. I was actually kind of surprised by that. Where are you? um yeah, I didn't play too much of the tutorial. You can actually go to different areas and mine, so the map is really big. And there it is. So there's the decks. So these are the things that you can mine and then also sell. Pretty cool, eh? But yeah, that's like a quick little rundown of the game. I was pleasantly surprised. And if you guys think that's a game that you would like to play, definitely check them out on X. They are at Minds of Delarnia, and then their link tree is also on there as well. I didn't actually see these comments right away, you guys. I'm so sorry. But Crypto Poppy said, good stuff. Keep grinding. Thank you, Crypto Poppy. And Bungle said, hi, Erica. Hi, Bungle. What's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in. And you guys, that is pretty much it for tonight. I'm going to go figure out what is going on with my eye and why it will not stop watering. It's driving me crazy. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Every single Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do the GG Show. I really appreciate you guys. We are powered by Gokstein Media. We're going to be kicking some serious ass going forward. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Have a wonderful night and a great rest of your weekend, you guys. I will see you next weekend. Love ya. Ooh, and we've got Wino. Hey, Wino. Ooh. All right, you guys have a good night. Talk to you later.